At some point in life, you will face a moment that asks more of you than comfort allows. A moment when the safe road is clear, but your heart whispers, what if? That moment is not random. It's a test of courage. It's the beginning of risk. Not recklessness, but the art of stepping into the unknown, on purpose. Let's be honest, taking risks is terrifying. It means choosing possibility over certainty. It means placing your bets on something that might not work, but might change everything. Why risk? Why now? Why? Think about the biggest breakthroughs in your life so far. The moments that changed you. The turning points that brought you closer to your dreams. Were they born out of comfort? No. They started with a risk. The decision to speak up, show up, move forward, try again, or begin something new. Risk is the bridge between who you are now and who you're meant to become. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. George Adier. But let's get real. Why is it so hard? Because your brain is designed for safety. It protects you from pain, from rejection, from failure. But growth doesn't live in safety. It lives in discomfort, in unknown outcomes, in decisions that make your palms sweat and your heart race. The two types of risks, not all risks are the same. Some are reckless, some are revolutionary. Reckless risk is jumping without a parachute. It's quitting your job with no plan. It's going all in on a vague dream with zero preparation. Calculated risk, that's an art form. It's listening to your gut, doing your research, preparing for setbacks, and then, despite the fear, making the move. The best risk takers in the world are not gamblers, they're thinkers and doers. They weigh the cost of inaction just as much as the risk of action. Here's a question no one asks enough. What does it cost to not take the risk? What dreams die when you wait? What connections do you miss when you stay silent? What kind of life slips away when you choose fear over growth? Staying safe has a price, and often, it's far more painful than failure. Regret is a heavier burden than rejection. A missed opportunity echoes longer than a failed attempt. Stories that show the way. Think of Oprah Winfrey, fired from her first news job and told she was unfit for television. But she took the risk to be herself, emotional, bold, real. Now, she's a global force. Or Elon Musk, who bet all his PayPal money on Tesla and SpaceX, and almost lost everything, twice. But the risk paid off. He didn't take safe steps, he leapt. Start small, speak your mind in a meeting. Submit that short story. Apply for the job. Post the video. Redefine failure. Every no gets you closer to a yes. Failure isn't falling down, it's staying down. Ask, what if it works? Fear always asks, what if I fail? But boldness asks, what if I fly? Use fear as fuel. If it scares and excites you at the same time, that's the one. That's the path. You may fail, you may fall, but you'll learn, you'll grow, you'll expand, and sometimes you'll win. Dig. And that win, it may change your life forever. That win may be what puts you on the right path to living the life you've always dreamt of. More importantly, you'll prove to yourself, I can do hard things. I can survive uncertainty. I can bet on myself. And once you know that, you're unstoppable. The people who live fully, who build empires, find true love, write books, and change lives, they all have one thing in common. They got good at being uncomfortable. They stopped waiting for perfect. They stopped waiting for permission. And they took the leap. What's one risk you've been avoiding? What dream have you been sitting on? What version of you is waiting on the other side of that decision? You don't have to quit everything today. You don't have to burn bridges or leap blindly. But you do have to start. Because one day you'll look back and realize it was never the risks you took that you regret. It was the ones you didn't. This is your sign to trust the whisper, to embrace the fear, to take the chance. Because the art of taking risks is the art of living fully.